Obviously concerned. Don't have any information right now, though.
What were you able to do after that tough third quarter to kind of get back into the game, and what did you think Boston did in the third to take the lead like that?
Didn't like our general just pace, and a lot of people think pace is playing fast and up and down, but you got to have some thrust. And we didn't have any thrust in the half court. We missed 3 layups, missed all our catch and shoot threes. I think we were 1 for whatever we were in that quarter. Just we weren't generating enough force to put any pressure on the rim and to get better looks. You know, I think sometimes in these games, you never know what to chalk these things up to. But I think, you know, start of an East Coast trip, some brain fog execution-wise for us. That was a little, you know, out of character for us, and I think that contributed as well to that third quarter, where just we would call a play and we wouldn't actually run the play. We would drop an ATO. We would not have the right defender in the right spot. It was just out of character, and that got us stagnated.
JJ, it looked like when LeBron signaled for that timeout that he tried to stretch it out and give it a go. Did you get a sense for where he was at all during that?
No, I just assumed he was out for the game.
You've said before that, you know, identities are fluid, and the way your team has played the last 10 games might not be the way that it has played the next 10. If he is unable to play for a little bit here, what has to happen for you guys to survive it?
I think we just have to continue to play hard and play defense. And frankly, I thought we defended well tonight. Missing Jackson and not being able to sort of have him roam off of Holiday, I think hurt a little bit with the rim protection. But we forced them into a lot of off the dribble jumpers after the first quarter. We wanted to limit their threes. They shot 38 threes. They averaged 48. I mean, Tatum and Brown, for those guys, they played 42 minutes and 46 minutes and both took over 25 shots. And like, we executed well defensively on a lot of things. We could clean some stuff up. We cleaned some stuff up in game. I thought our guys responded well, and we were able to get some stops and get back in the game.
JJ, to go back to the offense, you guys were clearly targeting Horford and Pritchard to some extent. Do you feel like the mismatch hunting at times kind of stagnated or led to too much ISO, or were you happy with the way?
No, I think the stagnation, you know, we wanted to attack their bigs in space, and we wanted to attack their smalls in tight spaces. I don't think we did a good enough job of attacking their smalls in tight spaces. And that's what I mean from earlier, just some out of character things that I'm not sure what got lost in translation, but our guys have been great with that stuff. You know, and frankly, Al Horford's awesome still. You know, he still moves his feet and does a really good job defensively.
JJ, I came in after you began, so I apologize if you addressed this, but when you guys had cut it from 22 down to 7 or 9, when the timeout comes, the game is there for the taking. Obviously, LeBron can't return. Did you get to sense any of his, I guess, frustration in the moment, not being able to?
No.
Kind of.
No.
Okay.
No. I as soon as I saw him grab his groin and say it's my groin, I just moved on to the next thing. Not that I don't care. I do care, obviously, but I was trying to win a basketball game, and we'll work with him and Mike and figure out a course of action.
JJ, real quick. Yeah, sorry, one more. Just as far as Luka early in the game, it seemed like his rhythm wasn't totally there. Brown was really physical with him. How did you think he handled the pressure, and what was his adjustment kind of as the game went on?
I thought as the game went on, he handled the pressure better. You know, we made one adjustment, and that was just we wanted to set those ball screens up higher so he could attack more in space. I think getting some of those, you know, empty side ISOs was good as well. He scored out of that. You know, and then I think he was moving better. For a stretch there, and able to get by, you know, his primary, which was good.
Check out the highlight of this one. Luka
switched on Reeves. So, but it was a nice effort comeback though in the fourth quarter. and LeBron went down, that we missed them, but we still had opportunities. But hey, two good teams playing hard in Boston. I hate to go down to the Celtics, but we move on from here.
Yeah, Boston was pretty physical tonight. I feel like pretty much every Lakers starter got hit in the face or was grabbing their jaw or their cheek alley at some point or another. And sometimes the fouls were called, sometimes they weren't. And the Lakers have been pretty physical lately. They've been real physical in games. Tonight, Boston was probably the more physical team. Maybe the Lakers missed Rui Hachimura and his steady 13 or 14 a game. And I think they really missed the lob threat of a Jackson Hayes. You know, he's always available down there for if Luka or LeBron penetrates, you can pitch it over the top. Jackson Hayes is there. So I just feel like that in that third quarter, really, that's where they came undone.
Yep.
You know, the middle two quarters, actually, James, they scored 34 points total. And you just can't have that lapses on the road against a team like the Boston Celtics. They've been playing great. You know, our director got in her ear and said, when's the last time we had a losing post-game show?
Yeah, it's been a
while.
minute.
And they've been crushing good teams, too. So, you know, the effort was there, but it's going to happen.
You don't lose to a losing. You don't lose to a losing team. If you look at this road trip, if you're going to say, okay, where might a loss come? You might say Boston would be that loss without. But you move on. Try to get back in Brooklyn, and then go from there.
Yep.
I think that you guys would tell me I was lying after we talked about how Boston shoots the three ball at such a historic rate. When I tell you that the Lakers hit one more three and attempted two more threes than Boston tonight. But it's little things like that where then offensive rebounds for Boston, 11 for 14 second chance points, turning the ball over for LA. They just were able to capitalize on all the mistakes. We did talk about the superstar duos coming into this one, and tonight you got to give the edge to Boston. 71 between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to just 56 of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. The tandem action that I saw tonight, big game. Offensively, Jason Tatum carried the load. Jaylen Brown defensively was able to really get into Luka Doncic and set the tone defensively from the jump.
Brown did both. You know, he scored, and he definitely knows how to play a superstar player like Luka. I mean, the word is they played against them, you know, last year, so they know Luka pretty good. And the more physical you can, you know, get with him, he's going to hold on to the ball. Maybe that's something he needs to think about when you're playing against defensive players like Brown and Pritchard. Tatum move the ball a little bit more, but yeah, they're sticky. If you're going to dribble, Brown is not the kind of guy you want to be around because he's got quick hands. We saw, maybe 2 or 3 steals or deflections against Luka there. So, yeah, you know, with the sore back and LeBron with a